Illinois State keeps that glimmer lit. That candle stays lit for the Redbirds on the road today.
Well, the inefficiencies of the North Dakota State offense has allowed this game to stay in balance for Illinois State. Great return there by Casper.
They have had the football, it seems like, the entire football game. But you look at their production, 12 drives, 2 touchdowns, 5 have ended with interceptions, and then 2 on failed 4th downs. More than 2-to-1 edge in number of plays ran as they get to Rittenhouse again, as he was able to throw a wobbler, but a Nene starting to flex his muscle.
He is beating Brassfield right off the bat and just allowing him to get there. That's now 78 plays for Illinois State versus 35 total plays for North Dakota State.
Nene really came on late last year for North Dakota State, had a good performance in the championship win against Montana State. 2nd down and 10. Rittenhouse dodges him again, now dumps it off over the middle. Dawson the catch. Makes a move to the outside, lowers the leverage, and drives his way to the 25. Good work, yards after catch by Victor Dawson.
Good heads-up play by Rittenhouse. He knew where the pressure was coming, and it had come from the last 3 dropbacks. He gets underneath and finds Dawson, and Dawson does a nice job of yards after catch.
Dawson's been a pretty effective safety valve today. His 4th catch, 1st down and 10. Inside slant, Sobkowitz the catch. Close to a 1st down, he picks up 9.
Say tempo is what works for you. Get a score and then try to get the onside kick.
Inside 4 minutes, Illinois State, all 3 of their timeouts. They wanted the double move and then darting it at the last second, and a diving catch is made. Boy, great grab there by Maylander. Well, now they're going to say incomplete.
I thought he dug it out like a shortstop. Got all your timeouts. You're in perfect position. Again, though, now you're in the red zone. You've got to come away with a touchdown.
Keep an eye on number 1. They love to bring him off the edge. They do here. That opens up the middle on the 1st down. Again, Rittenhouse paid the price behind the play. He was destroyed by Dutenheffer, but this kid is tough, and he will hang in there.
Wherever you see the blitz coming, throw to that point because it's vacated. Nice job by Rittenhouse. Nice job by Sobkowitz.
8 yards on the completion, 1st down and goal. We've been down this road before, making the catch, but tackled immediately. Glatz with the catch. Logan Kopp, his 11th tackle today.
And this linebacker crew has just played outstanding football. Kopp is all over the field.
Second down and goal. They are going to loft it. Sobkowitz high points it, gets a foot down. Wow. Touchdown, Illinois State.
I don't know how he put his foot down and went up and caught the ball, but Rittenhouse gave him every opportunity to go get that catch. He goes up at the highest point, and watch the foot. He comes down with the foot inbounds and holds on to it all the way through. Great job by Sobkowitz. You can see why he's such a valuable player to this offense. Great job. Catch it, foot down, secure it all the way through. Touchdown.
And that's why he has been the best throughout the years of Illinois State football. The career leader, touchdown receptions, adds a couple of more. And now the point after is up. It is through, and we have a 1-possession game. So we go back to Sobkowitz, and to be honest, this was the play call I was expecting the last trip into the red zone.
Exactly. Pressure got to him, but this time he's one-on-one, and he just goes up and does a nice job of securing the catch, getting the foot down. And Jacquees Alexander in coverage, but had no chance. And now the decision to the onside kick. try to get the ball, and then you kick it to them, where this North Dakota State offense hasn't played particularly well, and you still have three timeouts.
What a gutsy performance today by Tommy Rittenhouse. I mean, you throw 5 interceptions, but you read his body language. Yeah. He is such a fierce competitor. He just lays it on the line every single play.
And this is where you know you have a team that really cares for each other. I haven't seen once where the defense has said, hey, we're upset with you. They have just continued like, let's keep going. We have to just continue to fight through this. They're going to kick this ball off because their defense has played so well, and try to maintain what they've done to not allow North Dakota State to get a first down and get the ball back again. This is going to be an interesting opportunity for NDSU to try to finish the game, which they're accustomed to.
Matt Maldonado with the tee up along the near hash, and he will send it deep. Bouncing kick that Rajon Nelson will let it trickle through the end zone. Should be no surprise we're going down to the wire in the postseason. You push the rewind button. 2015, Frisco, Texas. Trey Roberson, boy, was he fun to watch. He cut one loose, 58 yards, putting the Redbirds up late in the football game. Roberson, Illinois State believing, but recognize this guy, Carson Wentz. That big body of his, 5 yards, he found the end zone. They pick off Roberson late. North Dakota State. Chris Kleiman winning the national championship and a little more relaxed as a spectator today.
Hey, like all former coaches say, hey, it's easier to be on the sideline when it's not on you or in the booth or just watching ball. But I know he wants his team to win. I can assure you that.
Illinois State will use the first of their 3 timeouts. Penu picks up a yard.
Sean, I can remember watching that game that weekend. I didn't have anything or I had something later, but that was an awesome game to watch between these two ball clubs.
Hey, look at those two quarterbacks. Yeah. Trey Roberson, so dynamic with the football. And quite a career for Chris Kleiman. 5-time Valley Football Conference champion, guided the Bison to 4 championships in 5 years.
Well, and Craig Bowles before him, and Reggie Moore, my roommate in college, was up here for about 4 years recruiting for these guys. He's now at Grambling State, but he always talks about the Bison and these coaches, and Kleiman was on that staff. Holosack was a young guy at that time. I mean, they have just been able to develop coaches and players as well.
Yeah, that is one heck of a coaching tree.
Oh, my goodness.
From the championship year. 2nd down, cutback lane opens up for Penu. See if Illinois State uses another timeout. Brown the tackle, and they are going to hold off on calling the timeout. They have the 2-minute timeout coming up.
Basically get 4 timeouts in this quasi with the 2-minute timeout as well.
North Dakota State will not have to run another play. Illinois State is going to put the remaining 2 timeouts in the back pocket and save them for the other side of this 2-minute timeout.
You got to make a stop if you're Illinois State.
A 1-possession game late. 3rd and 4 when we come back to Fargo. The march to Nashville. These two coaches, what do they dial up with a dual threat quarterback in Cole Payton?
I'd say use him, scramble him out of the pocket, make him the runner if they need to.
3rd down and 4. Illinois State will bring Brown up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to keep Arnold or Payton in the pocket. Lost the football. He lost it late. It looked like Illinois State jumped on it. No word yet as they unsort the pile.
I am shocked that they went straight drop back on that play.
Redbird football. Jake Anderson emerges away with the leather.
Wow. This defensive line has been all over this offensive line today, and they did it again there. I mean, coming off the ball, getting to the quarterback. Jake Anderson with the long arm reaches over and then recovers. Trifecta.
Please reset the clock to 152, please. 152.
Didn't get the sack, but man, what a play by him.
The tiny small town of Davis, Illinois, pumping their fist on the last play from Jake Anderson.
I am shocked that they were straight drop back because they haven't protected Cole Payton very well today.
Illinois State with the football at the 23. Rittenhouse trying to get the officials' attention. He spotted something with the clock that he wasn't happy with. They hadn't quite marked the ball. Now we get ready to go. What a finish from Fargo now. Down a touchdown. Here come the Redbirds. Dawson goes in motion, pressure off the edge, and that forced Rittenhouse to get rid of it quickly. He was looking for Dawson.
Smart play by Rittenhouse. He had no chance to get it out to him, but he had gotten outside the pocket and could burn the ball there, keep it out of harm's way. Watch, he sees an Ane, and an Ane has just been killing Braceville. He can't block. He was unblocked. But what Rittenhouse does is he just moves outside, calmly gets rid of the football. Nice job by him.
Again, keep in mind on the right side of the Redbird line, you have a guard that's playing tackle, and you have a tackle that's playing guard because of the injury situation.
And the Bison know that. That's why they have what they have on the other side.
Second down and 10. They will hand it off, and there goes Dawson. High kneeing it all the way to the 10. 14 yards. Dawson ripping up the Bison interior on that carry.
Dawson has just been so effective and just been able to run the football.
Redbirds get lined up quickly. They're going to look for Sobkowitz. This time too much air. They were looking for Alexander, and
I don't quite understand why they're rushing here. Take your time. If you need to call a timeout, use it. You have two of them. That's why you saved it. Don't put yourself in a bad position or make a bad decision on a play that you rush to make.
Yeah, with the timeout situation, obviously the clock not a factor here.
Red zone has been a nemesis for them today. They have to figure out a way to get into the end zone.
2 of 5 on their trips to the red zone. Near side throw. Sobkowitz coming back to the football, tackled immediately by Alexander.
You know, when you know each other as a team and when you're playing against each other, you figure out what it is. There's always one guy that has to make a play. Sobkowitz made it earlier. Dawson's been making it. Who's going to be the guy to make the play on the other side if you're North Dakota State?
51st pass attempt of the day by Rittenhouse, running for his life, and it's incomplete. He heard, or at least felt, the club coming. Kelton McCaslin in pursuit.
I just asked who's going to make the play. A guy with one hand, McCaslin, chasing out of St. Charles, Illinois, forcing it down now to one play.
You go through the two-a-days in the summer heat for the opportunity at this play. Right here, a quarterfinal on the line, 10,000 strong on their feet inside the Fargo Dome. Rittenhouse looking, can take off if he wants to, trying to buy time, lofts, wow. Touchdown! Sobkowitz in the back corner. And Illinois State a point away from tying it, or do they roll the die for 2?
It almost looks like they call, let's go for 2. Finish the game here. But again, look at the scramble and the scramble drill, which you work on all the time. Look who comes up and available. Sobkowitz. He knows, hey, my quarterback needs me. I'm going to find a way to get there. And then you say on the road against a team like this, who is 38-1 in this building, we've got to find a way to get one more play.
Offense stays out. The 2-point conversion, even noisier now. Rittenhouse caught by Presson. The 2-point conversion. And the Redbirds, for the first time today, snatch the lead.
Wow. You talk about some guts. A guy that hadn't played well today, consistently Rittenhouse came storming back, making plays. Sobkowitz made a great touchdown catch, a 2-point conversion, and a touchdown, and then a 2-point conversion by Scotty Presson. Wow. North Dakota State's defense has been out there so long, and the throw is just right there. Almost too high, but Preston goes up and makes an outstanding grab.
We started this telecast talking about the competitive fire that drives Tommy Rittenhouse.
And Cole Payton looks like he's not even going to be able to finish this game.
Remember, it was the strip sack the last time we saw him out there, and he is a left-hander, and the ice is on the left hand, and he does not have a helmet. The backup is Nathan Hayes. So the defending champs on the ropes right now in the Fargo Dome. My goodness.
Their defense was on the field so far, 90 plays. I don't care how good you are defensively. That's a lot of plays. 38 for their offense. And now they have an offense with a young guy and the junior who's only thrown attempted 37 passes this year. Against a defense that's just been coming.
Nelson will give it a shot from his goal line, and he is hit right as he crossed the 20. So with 54 seconds to go, North Dakota State, all 3 timeouts. Keep in mind they have one of the top kickers in the country in Eli Ozick, who is connected from 54 yards this year. And you have to go all the way back to 2023, the last time the Bison have suffered a defeat inside their fortress they call the Fargo Dome.
Yeah, and in the playoffs even further back. But they don't lose here. They just don't lose here.
Big moment for Nathan Hayes out of the bullpen, the junior from West Chicago, Illinois. On first down, sideline throw, slipping and falling was Lance, and he could not control it, broken up by Kuba.
A left-hander, now you got a right-hander, which is a different ball the way it spins at you. And I think right here too, his hand.
That was Stephan who was fighting for the loose football, and that helmet went right on top of Peyton's left hand, his throwing hand.
NDSU has all 3 of their timeouts.
Second down and 10 from the 22. Nathan Hayes looks, he uncorks far side, and a diving catch is made. But they're going to mark him shy of the first down, so the clock will continue, and that will force the Bison to use a timeout.
Jackson Williams, who had punt return earlier, nice catch there.
North Dakota State, their second. 30-second timeout.
Gets the ball out, not much pressure. And I would imagine that Illinois State is not going to bring the house like they were earlier.
Correction, their first timeout.
But as North Dakota State keeps marching up the field, we will see them dial it up on a young quarterback who hasn't had a lot of experience, but last year was 12 of 19, had 3 touchdowns in 8 games played. This year, 62% on the year, 382 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception.
He is a throw first type of quarterback. When you talk to Tim Polasek, who's been impressed with his growth throughout the course of the year, and keep in mind the last few seasons, while Cole Payton sat behind Cam Miller, it was Nathan Hayes sitting behind Cole Payton. Extensive baseball background. Would always throw the baseball around. Very good pitcher in high school, and he has a strong arm. Does he have a little late magic? Third down and 1 after the timeout, going through his progressions, and it is broken up. Cam Wilson one more time.
Yeah, how many pass defenses have we called for Cam Wilson today? I mean, he has been great in that area today.
You could hear a pin drop. Utter shock right now among the 10,000 strong.
This is the 3rd breakup today for Cam Wilson, and this crowd has to be wondering, how do we finish this ball game?
4th down and a yard. They come with the blitz. Hayes is going to hang in there, and he throws a strike up to the 40-yard line to Nelson. 9 yards for Nathan Hayes, and he knew he was going to pay the price. They get lined up. Clock stops to move the chains. Deep drop. Looks. Home run ball trying to hit the seam. Nearly intercepted. Kuba had his hands on it.
Kuba had the interception right in his hands and couldn't pull it in. Watch number 1. He looks like he's the receiver there. Goes up and just can't catch it. And that would have been his 6th interception on the year.
Keep in mind, you would think the 35 to 36 yard line, the line to gain for Eli Ozick, the kicker, has an exceptionally strong leg. He's made 10 straight field goals this year. Hit as he threw it. This one falls incomplete.
The first few plays he's been in, this defense hadn't been able to get to him, but they finally find a way to attack him, and he's not able to throw it. And the pocket wasn't clean. And to your point, they've got to get the ball down in the field goal range.
Patrick Bauer putting on the pressure that time. Young man who was awarded a scholarship just 3 weeks ago. And we have a timeout. I believe the Redbirds want to talk it over.
Timeout, Illinois State. Their second. 30-second timeout.
This has been a bizarre football game between these two powers in the Missouri Valley Football Conference. It looked like North Dakota State might wipe out the Redbirds early. Very first play from the line of scrimmage offensively. Cole Payton found Bryce Lance for 78 yards. Then you add in a Jackson Williams punt return for a touchdown, and it was 14-0 Bison, and everybody around the FCS thinking, here we go again. But somehow Illinois State hung in this football game. They controlled the time of possession. They have dominated the number of plays run, and in the clutch in this fourth quarter, Rittenhouse has delivered.
They were down 28-14 in the fourth quarter. I mean, deep into the fourth quarter, and they have just found, they just kept chipping away, chopping wood, as we like to say.
After the timeout, third down, pressure off the edge. Hayes is going to try to buy time, nothing open, so he will curl it and angle toward the near side.
Bison looked like they got away with a couple of holding penalties there. Fortunately for them, they were able to get outside. They need about 38, 37 more yards to get to that line for the field goal.
Yeah,
a career long for him.
I think Reese Edwards would agree with you. Fourth down and 7. Here we go again. North Dakota State converted a few moments ago on 4th and 1. They need to get it to the Redbird 49-yard line. Nathan Hayes looking, and he is going to uncork it, and nobody home. Illinois State has come to Fargo and pulled off the improbable.
Cam Wilson has played well all game long. And after he got beat on the first play, that just goes to show you, if you get beat in this game, you got to find a way to come back. And this Redbirds team has not been able to beat North Dakota State. They come in their house in the playoffs and find a way to pull one away for them. Cam Wilson in coverage, having gotten beat earlier, most guys wouldn't play as well. Man, he has played an outstanding ball game after getting beat early on.
The 19th all-time meeting between these two. North Dakota State have won 14 straight over Illinois State. The third time they have met in the playoffs, and for the first time, the Redbirds have figured out the Bison puzzle. 29-28, Illinois State rallies. Brock Spack and the Redbirds ready to march into the quarterfinal round.